Hello and welcome to this Sage CRM Summit session showing you how to use the inbuilt Mailchimp functionality within Sage CRM. Mailchimp is a click-through email marketing product that allows you to see all opens and clicks of emails sent through the platform, which in turn allows you to see who has interacted with the email and what areas of the email they were most interested in. First off, we require an API key and audience ID. The Mailchimp API key authenticates Sage CRM to share the data between the two products. The audience ID then tells Sage what list of contacts to use for the integration. If you do not currently have a Mailchimp account, you can create one by going to www.mailchimp.com and selecting the Sign Up Free option. You will then be asked to enter in an email address, which should be a valid email address for your domain, a unique username to identify yourself on the Mailchimp platform, and finally a password. Once all of these details have been entered, click the Get Started button to create your account. You will then be sent an email to validate the email address that you have entered. Simply click the Activate Account button and you will be taken back to Mailchimp to confirm that you are a human. Finally, click the I'm Not a Robot button to create your account. You will then be taken to the subscription plan screen. There are 4 plans to choose from: a free plan, an essentials plan, a standard plan, and a premium plan. Each plan has different options available and different amounts of contacts allowed and emails you're able to send. However, initially, the most common plan to use is the free plan, which allows you to send up to 10,000 emails to 2,000 contacts per month through Mailchimp. Select the free plan and click Complete to continue on to the next screen. Once we have created our Mailchimp account, the next thing to do is to create the Mailchimp campaign within Sage CRM. To do this, we go to the My CRM drop-down menu and select the Mailchimp campaign option. Once we have done this, we can click the New button to create a new Mailchimp campaign within Sage CRM. We can enter in the campaign name, the From email address, the From name, and also select our segment or group that we want to send the campaign to. However, at the moment, we haven't set any segments up within Sage CRM to be used by Mailchimp. To do this, we go to the My CRM Groups option. From here, we now click the New Group button. We can then enter in a group name, in this instance, All Companies in London. We can then select the type, either dynamic or static. Dynamic records change as new records match the search criteria, and static stays the same as the time you created the group. In this instance, I am going to use dynamic. We can then select the entity. Groups to be used by Mailchimp must be created against the person entity. We can then select the source view. In this instance, I'm going to select the person search. We can then click Continue. You will then be shown the group content box that is used to select the fields that will be shown in the group list. Please make sure you select at least a person business email address and also the first name and last name fields. I'm going to add a city to the search criteria for this group. Once I click Continue, I then have the option to enter in the city I wish to filter the group by, in this instance London. Then click Continue to go to the next screen. I then get shown a list of all of the records that match the criteria that I've selected for this group. I can then click Save to save the group. Once we have saved the group, next we need to send the group to Mailchimp. To do this, select the Send to Mailchimp button on the right hand side when viewing the group. Sage CRM also has the concept of consented people. We can therefore create a group of all people who have consented to receive email. I'm going to create a new group here called Consented Contacts, mark it as dynamic, select the entity as person, and select the source view as consented persons. I don't need to enter in any group search criteria because we are going to use the standard Sage CRM consent functionality to filter the group down. To show you how the consent functionality works, I'm going to go to a company, in this instance Cumulus Solutions, and now I'm going to go to the contact Daniel Lewis. When viewing a person, there is a tab available called Consent. This allows you to see any existing consent given by the person and also create new consent records against them. To do this, all we need to do is click the New button. We can see when the consent was created and also select the Contact Via field to specify the way in which we can contact them. We can see, for example, email, phone call or SMS. We can also specify the purpose of the contact, such as email marketing or sales offers. I'm going to select email marketing. Click Save to create the consent record. However, at this point we haven't actually been given consent. All we have done is created a record that specifies we want to ask for some new consent. Sage CRM has the functionality to request consent via email. To do this, we can click on the New Consent Email button and then select the Consent Email template. On the email template, there is a call to action to ask the contact to click the Click Here link to give consent to receive email. The consent email link takes the person to a web page hosted on the Sage CRM server that is used to manage the consent details for the CRM system. We can see this page location by clicking on the source option in the email designer and then looking at the HTTP reference, as we can see highlighted on the screen. Additionally, there is further information in the URL that is used to track the exact person consent being requested. However, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to go into the consent record and manually select that consent has been granted. If I now go back to the group we previously created to group consented contacts, I can see that Daniel Lewis is now showing up as a contact that has consented to receive emails. I can now, as before, send this group up to Mailchimp so that it can be used by the Mailchimp campaigns functionality of Sage CRM. Once the group has been set up to Mailchimp, a notification is also displayed in the notification section, showing us the details of how many contacts have been uploaded. If we now go back to Mailchimp, we can now see that the CRM contact record is sitting in our Mailchimp audience, and we can see as a tag the group the contact has been uploaded against. We are now at a stage where we can create the Mailchimp campaign in Sage CRM and send that campaign to Mailchimp. To do this, click the New option and then enter in a campaign name. In this instance, I'm going to name it Mailchimp Demo Campaign. Next, enter in the From email address. The From email address domain needs to be the same domain as the email address used to initially register the Mailchimp account. This is to protect against people sending emails as other domain names. We then need to enter the From name. This is the name that appears on the person's email when it is received. And we can finally select the segment or group we want to send this Mailchimp campaign to. For this campaign, I'm going to use the consented contacts group we have just created. This has now created the campaign in our Mailchimp account we set up at the start of this presentation. To view this, we can click on the View in Mailchimp button available when we are viewing the campaign in Sage CRM. This will load up a Mailchimp screen that will allow us to start designing the template of our email that's going to be sent to the contacts this campaign is for. There are various different templates in Mailchimp that can be used to design your email. These have various different formats, including single and multi-column. For this demonstration, I'm going to use a basic single column template. The screen is sectioned into various panels. Each one can hold different information such as logos, pictures or text. Additional panels can also be added to the template. To amend the panel, simply click the panel on the left hand side you wish to amend, and then the edit screen will appear on the right hand side. The panel I have selected to use holds a logo. To replace the logo, click the Replace button on the edit screen. You can then drag and drop your new logo onto the screen. Select Insert to insert the logo into the panel. We can also edit the main text of the email. When creating an email from a template, there is already a section of text shown that must be replaced. We can, for example, amend the default main strapline, add new text and links within the email, or completely change the whole section as required. Each template has a different default layout, but any parts of the template can be amended to suit your requirements. In this example, I've removed a large default block of text and can also add a hyperlink to the Cumulus website. To do this, I first write the text of the email, then I highlight the text I wish to turn into a hyperlink and select the hyperlink icon. I can then enter the web address I wish to direct the user to, and once I am happy, I can click the Insert button to change the text into a hyperlink. The email can also include links back to your social media accounts. This can be amended by selecting the social panel and adjusting the details shown on the edit screen. Once you are happy, you can click Save and Close, and finally, if you are happy with the whole email, select the Continue button to take you to the next stage of creating a campaign in Mailchimp. If you have not taken out all of the default text, you will be prompted to adjust the template to make sure that it is unique to you. You can do this by removing the remaining template default text from the email and then clicking Continue. Finally, you'll be shown the full campaign screen of your newly created campaign in Mailchimp. You can view every detail about the campaign and can amend any section, including the email subject. Please note, the email subject by default will be the name of the campaign you used from within Sage CRM. Emails can be sent either immediately or at a scheduled time. However, using the free Mailchimp subscription, you cannot schedule emails and can only send them manually from within Mailchimp. To send the email immediately, simply click the Send button. You will then be prompted to confirm you wish to send the email. Click Send Now to send the email to the group. Well done! You have now sent your first email marketing campaign via Mailchimp from Sage CRM. Mailchimp will now start to track the details of the campaign, such as how many times it has been opened and how many times links have been clicked. In this example, we can see that there are 4 links within the email. Our website link we added to the email body, a link to the Mailchimp website, and 2 social media links. If we click on the Cumulus website URL, we can see who has clicked the link. For now, only one contact has clicked the link, Daniel Lewis. One of the benefits of using Sage CRM to create the Mailchimp campaign is that the data about opens and clicks, etc. are fed back directly into CRM. We can review the same information that was in Mailchimp, such as opens and clicks, but additionally you can create new groups based on the information received back. To create a new group, simply click the Create New Group button. A screen will then appear, allowing you to give the group a name. Once you have named the group, click Save to save the details back to CRM. You can then see the details of the new group by going to the My CRM Groups option and selecting the group name. If required, the group can now be sent back to Mailchimp as a new tag against the relevant contacts, which can then in turn be used to target a new campaign at the people in the newly created group. Here, I am briefly showing how you can create a new Mailchimp campaign using the groups created from the contacts who clicked a specific link from the previous campaign. I hope that you have enjoyed this short session showing you how Sage CRM can integrate with Mailchimp to provide targeted marketing functionality. In this next session, I'm going to demonstrate how Mandrill can be used to enhance individual emails sent via Sage CRM. Mandrill is a transactional email gateway service that allows you to send individual emails via the Mailchimp platform. This adds Mailchimp clicks and opens analysis without the need to send any email via a campaign. Please note, Mandrill is a paid-for service and has no free option and requires at least a standard Mailchimp subscription. To access Mandrill, first go to www.mandrill.com. To sign up for Mandrill, click the Sign Up link, which will take you through to the Mailchimp site, where you can add Mandrill to your account. To review details about your Mandrill and Mailchimp subscription, you can view this from within your Mailchimp account from within the Billing and Transactional tabs. Here we can see this Mailchimp account has up to 500 contacts and costs £12.09 a month. We can also see from the Transactional tab, this account allows us to send 25,000 emails per month via Mandrill. Once Mandrill is added to your Mailchimp account, you can click the Log On option to log into Mandrill. From here, you can see details about your Mandrill account, such as total sent emails, delivery stats, and hard or soft bounce rates. To configure Sage CRM to use Mandrill, you need to configure Mandrill as your outbound email server. To do this, go to Administration, Email and Documents, Email Configuration. Click Change, and then enter in your Mandrill server details. Make sure the Send Mail Using option has internal SMTP selected, then enter in smtp.mandrill.com as the outgoing mail server. Enter in an SMTP port. Mandrill has a few available. Then select TLS for SMTP if you wish to use TLS, and then enter in your username and password. The username is the name you use to register Mandrill against your Mailchimp account, and the password is an API key generated from within Mandrill. Once entered, click Save to save the SMTP details back to Sage CRM. To test Mandrill is configured correctly in Sage CRM and that all emails are being sent through the Mandrill gateway, all you need to do is go to a person record with an email address and select New Email from the New Record button. Enter in a subject. I'm going to use Demo Mandrill Email Test, and then enter in the contents of the email as you would do normally and click Send. Here you can see I'm just entering in some basic text for the email. As all of this process uses the standard Sage CRM email sending functionality, the email out communication record will appear as per normal on the communication tab against the person as a completed email. If you go into Mandrill, you can also see the status of the email, including how many times it was opened or clicked by the person in CRM it was sent to, as well as view the contents of the email from the outbound status screen within Mandrill. I really hope that you have enjoyed this session and found aspects of it informative. Good luck on sending your first campaign using the Sage CRM Mailchimp integration.